guys and gals, Derry here from Drake Queen Gaming. It's some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Echo Flynn's Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Plus, it really helps out the channel, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Let's see the rest of this debacle with Sydney. Alright. What the horrors commence. Alright. I've never heard Dad speak with so much hate before. That being said, I've never been this angry before either. You're pointing a rifle at your own father. Are you gonna shoot me? Huh? I just don't want you to hit me. I yell so loud my voice shifts to a shrieking scream, the rifle shaking in my paws. Everything's all blurry and I can feel my nose running. You deserve to be hit. The words make my stomach hurt for some reason. I throw down the rifle onto the grass and face him. No, you do! You're so awful! I hate you so much! You won't leave me alone, you shit! All you do is threaten me and threaten me and threaten me! And Mom doesn't care! Nobody cares! My throat burns and I swallow back a blubbering cry. Dad's shaking now. He doesn't look like Dad anymore. I don't even know what in God's name Flynn has done to you. You're just mad because you don't have any friends. You don't even have a job. You suck! You're so shitty. You're pathetic. I've hated you for so long. Nobody likes you! I run north, tripping over myself constantly as I can barely see where I'm going. Everything hurts. My insides are burning. Nothing will ever be the same again. I can hear him behind me, panting, furious, like a feral. I come through the clearing, then I hear him stop. When I turn around, he's not looking at me anymore. The duck that Dad shot landed squarely in the hood of an abandoned van. Dad looks at the duck, the van, me, and the sky itself. He sets the rifle down on the ground. What? The next thing I know, he crouches down to his haunches. He rubs at his forehead, his thumbs running along the brim of his too tight scout cap. It almost looks like it's sucking down on his scalp. I can practically see the veins bulging along his temple. He opens his mouth as if to speak, though no sound comes out. Dad's fingers grip at loose strands of grass around his feet, as if they were there to keep him tethered from floating away. I hate looking at him like this. What is he doing? He shuts his eyes. Well, more like he clenches them shut. Like he got shampoo in them or something. Is he praying? Fucking stupid idiot. God's not real, you know. Son. He finally speaks and he doesn't sound like himself. What? From the hood of the truck, little rivers of blood splay out from the duck's chest, dripping down the front of the grill. Its eyes are still open, even though it's dead. I always thought when something died, your eyes close and your tongue sticks out. It's like it's staring at me. Dad doesn't respond, but he finally looks up and sees what I'm seeing. He sucks in his chest as if he'd been struck. He shuts his eyes again. His whole body shakes for a moment like he's having a spaz attack. It's not the same van. It's not the same van, he mutters. I don't want to watch this. I'm about to turn and walk away when I see something move in the back of the van. It's just for a split second, but I swear I see a face through the dusty glass. Son! Dad repeats himself. Dad! Again, there's a flash of red, like something bouncing up. Dad, there's someone in the van! Dad says nothing. He won't even look now. There's someone in there, I know it. I wipe my eyes with my sleeve, clenching my fist and stepping closer to the rear window. I smear away the dust from the glass and press the tip of my muzzle against the window. Nothing. What the hell? When I step back, Dad's up on his feet again. He doesn't look angry anymore, just sad or empty, I guess. He picks up his rifle from the ground, holding it sort of limply in one paw. Without a word, he turns and heads back through the clearing where we came. I stand there for a while, listening to his steps trail off. My gut begins to feel like it's being twisted into a knot. Why didn't he say anything? He always says something. The other time he opens his mouth, I practically flinch, so why do I feel like this now? He won't actually leave me out here, will he? I cross my arms over my chest, hugging myself. Minutes pass and nothing happens. It's like I'm rooted in place, constantly wiping my eyes and nose. Just gotta be tough. I mean, I am tough. I just don't know what to do. What the hell am I supposed to do? I hate this! Why did I have to say all that? Nothing will ever be the same again. Second hill. Water time. Even if I get to go home, my parents would just ship me off to live with my uncle in the compound. You know what? Maybe that'll be fine. At least then my parents couldn't threaten me with that anymore. Maybe I'll even like making airplane parts. I don't need video games, TV, or my friends. And that'll be fine, because at least I won't be around them, especially Dad. Still no footsteps. I would hear it if he started at the truck from here, I think. I guess he hasn't left yet. Maybe I should start a fire or something. I never could get one going on my own in the past, but that's probably because I wasn't trying very hard. I look around and start gathering any twigs of dry grass I can find. Everything is still kind of damp, though that shouldn't matter as long as I rub hard enough. Flynn would probably make a joke about that. Or at least show me what the heck I'm supposed to do. Flynn is the outdoorsy one of our group who knows all the survival stuff by heart, which is weird because he's gay and all. He's like the least gay-acting gay guy ever. I remember once he told me that liking girls is too girly for him. I guess that makes sense. He's not like the kind you see in the movies or how my parents describe them. I sigh, sitting down and splayed out a little bed of dry grass and twigs with a single coarse stone in the middle. After that, I take 2 of the sturdiest looking sticks and begin to rub them together, like they do on TV. Here I am, rubbing a bunch of faggots. And, of course, nothing's happening. They're getting kind of warm, but they won't rub right. Not enough friction, I think? I grip my teeth, letting my heavy tail flop down in the soil behind me. I don't even care if it gets dirty now. The pads of my paws are starting to really hurt, so I bite the inside of my cheek. I look down at the pile of twigs, and I think I see a spark. I quicken the rubbing, only for the twig to slip and scrape along the edge of my paw. I cry out in pain as a thin line of blood appears in my fur. Ah! I inhale sharply. So stupid, I hate this! I throw the sticks down and cover my face with my paws, sucking on my cut. What am I doing? God, what am I supposed to do? I rock myself back and forth slowly, remembering what the school counselor told me. Imagine these feelings as a physical thing that you can hold. And take deep breaths and begin to rip these feelings apart as if they were a piece of paper that you didn't want anymore. Finally, imagine a calm place, a happy place, somewhere you can be alone and at peace. I sniff, making little ripping motions and closing my eyes. I've won the fight. People in the crowd can't believe it. I look across the sea of faces. They all hate me. Well, maybe not all. I know there's one in this crowd who doesn't. I see him in the back where he usually likes to be. Dad's still standing there, his eyes puffy. Dad, please! You were right, for once. I swallow back a blubbering sob, wiping snot from my muzzle. It's been so long, I can't take this anymore. Stop it! Things used to be different. He inhales raggedly, tugging at the end of his facial scruff with one free paw. I used to feel things in real time. Now it's all like a memory of a thing. He continues to stare at the van. Like this isn't happening. It happened. It will happen. I don't know. It don't matter. I feel his paw tug tighter on the rifle. No, please stop! I pull back on my end of it. You know you can't stop me. I love you, please stop it! He's not even crying anymore. He's just standing there, only turning to look at me whenever he pulls the barrel of the gun closer to his chin. I wish it was stronger. I really wish... Thought I could move away. Forget it ever happened. Move on. Find redemption in the Lord. It's never that simple, is it? I don't know what you're talking about. My voice is shrill and hoarse at this point. Sometimes I can't even speak. I want to call out for help, but there's no one around. But Eliza had to move back here, and I loved her. So I had to grin and bear it, as they say. He wets his lips. Second, y'all. Water time. I can't. He rolls his eyes in a strange, exaggerated fashion. Anytime I try to escape, be it physical like or through some other such diversions, it all just keeps coming back to me. Just going in circles. I begin sobbing on his pant leg, clinging to it as I pull hard as I can on the gun. It's never enough. He won't let go. Let's just go home, okay? Please, let's go home. I'm sorry. Dad says nothing. Something stirs from within the back of the van. Even with my vision blurred with tears, it's clearer than it was before. It's a face. Dad begins to move again, bringing the rifle end up to his chin. No, please! I grab Dad's paw, trying to pull his fingers away from the trigger. I yank as hard as I can. No eyes. Find him. Hey, is there any more of that oatmeal you bought left? TJ stands beside the bed, peering down at me. Oh no, were you asleep? I blink. Chase, I'm so sorry. You were moving around so much, I didn't know. Chase. Right. It's okay, TJ. I push myself up, feeling the bedsheet sticking to the back of my fur. My shirt is drenched and I smell awful. Are you okay? A concerned look crosses the lynx's face. I'm not sure how to respond. I'll get some water. He smiles at me in that eerily genuine way he does. He turns and walks to the sink. There's a subtle sound of oldies music coming from behind me, the suite next door. Sunlight peeks in through the beige drapery, but everything outside is just a pale glow. I can't gauge what time it is. I try to move my paw. It's slow to react. Every piece of my body is tingling with this sort of damp vibration. Sleep paralysis? But I'm awake, and I moved just a second ago. Maybe I'm just dehydrated. I blink again, and little floaties dance in front of my eyes. Blobs, swirls, and smiley faces that flee whenever my gaze chases them. I let it along, exhale through my nostrils, and shift the weight of my tail behind me. Today is Saturday. Today's the day. And isn't it a beautiful day? Isn't it beautiful today? Did I say that out loud? He holds the polystyrene cup directly in front of my muzzle. I can smell it. The water. Way too mineralized, like a foggy calcium broth. But calcium can't hurt you. It's just bones. Like a clockwork automaton, I feel my arms jerk and rise, grasping the cup and bringing the contents to my lips. I finish it in 3 swallows. Water. It's been so long since I swam, and I'm starting to really feel the need for it. Air is fine, but it's just nothing. Water is something. It's got pressure. It hugs you as you move through it. Nobody understands like that like we do, I guess. I realize TJ is still staring at me, and I give him a look. Another smile, this one more sheepish. With a small grunt, I manage to throw my legs out from under the covers, my feet touching the firm carpet beneath. I rub the sleep from my eyes. I slept like 11 hours. Why do I feel like this? Looking around, I notice the bed next to me is empty. Where's Jenna? My voice comes out higher pitched than I intended, and I quickly clear my throat. She went out. I'm not sure exactly where. I stare at him, my eyes still only half open. We were supposed to go hiking. I mean, she said she'd still like to. I'm sure she'll be back soon. Why do you want to hike so much? What? TJ frowns. You grew up here and you hiked all the time as a kid. Shouldn't you be sick of it by now? The lynx dips his paws into his pockets, his lips pursing as he delays his response. Well, my parents don't want me going out too far or anywhere too dangerous. There's still a lot of trails I haven't been on. This is Echo. You can see everything around you for miles. There's not much surprise when you can see the entire trail. Like, going through a forest or a big mountain, I can understand some of the appeal, but not this. I sort of raise my arms and gesture to everything and nothing at the same time. TJ, meanwhile, just shakes his head. I think I understand what you mean, Chase, but hiking isn't about being surprised. So what if you can see what's coming? It's what happens when you're there that matters. TJ smiles again with that same youth pastoresque vigor. I can tell it's genuine, but there's always that feeling I get that there's something going on behind those blue eyes that's not right. It's like, no, water time. How many fluid ounces? 12. Okay. Growing up, I always chalked it up to his unwavering hypocritical dogma in contrast to my whole liking dicks thing. But now I know I don't. But now I don't know. It was never enough to bother me too much, but I'm starting to wonder if this is what Flynn sees too. Jen ate the last of the oatmeal. Aw. I guess I'll stop by the diner again then. I wanted to check up on Janice anyway. What are you gonna have? I don't know. I'm not usually the breakfast type. When I wake up, everything in my mouth just tastes gross and it kills my appetite. Oh, yes, I understand. TJ nods, turning to move back to the mini fridge. He opens it, staring inside as if looking hard enough would make a fruit parfait appear. That being said, I'm starting to miss the student union food court something fierce. I think I hear TJ chuckle a bit. You would really like our campus's cafeteria. We've got a cereal bar with around 25 different types of cereal to choose from. You can even make your own protein bars and that sort of thing. It's really cool. It actually sounds pretty good, even though my palate sort of tastes like a mix of sawdust and barf right now. The lynx pulls out a wrapped rice treat, peering at it with a squinty expression. That's a creative way of describing that. I'm almost not hungry anymore. He holds up the treat, the blue foil catching the window light in a bit of a curious way. I'm not sure why this is in the fridge. Oh, I just threw the whole bag of the stuff I picked up at the convenience store in there. Would you like this? Sure, I'll take it. TJ nods, tossing the treat in a gentle arc my way. I almost catch it. Ow! I rub the end of my snout as TJ looks at me wide-eyed. Oh, crimey, that hit you square. Chase, I'm sorry. That's okay, I'm still waking up, I guess. I begin unwrapping the foil packaging. I'm gonna eat this and shower, okay? Not at the same time, right? No. Okay, good. Just making sure I didn't hit you too hard. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!